Cause you know what it's like. The fuck is you doing?
Inside the 20, good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
10-10 at their own 17-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. On 1st down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Cut, cut, cut. Hey, alert.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Jason Pierre-Paul on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43.
From the gun, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
They're not even trying to do anything.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Buccaneers 7, Seahawks nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. William Golston able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Seahawks 13-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Brady. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Past the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This is Carson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Wilson after the play fake to Carson, eluding the pressure right. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Touchdown. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And his kick is right through.
Buccaneers 14, Seahawks 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun now for Brady. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
17 yards. First down.
On the counter, here's Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Fournette, the ball carrier.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Gain of 9 yards. And a Buccaneer first down.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5. On the Seahawks 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. A gain of 13, it's a first down. They go back to the ground with Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Brady going to go on 4th down. He's got Evans. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Brady now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. There he goes left side. The 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime because I think we were headed towards 1. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Seahawks.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Taken in the end zone. And we will start at the 25 as Barner will not return it.
25-yard line.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And these 2 teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half. Tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's Carson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
On the carry.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And he'll be taken down at the 45 in enemy territory. Wilson to Metcalf that time. 1st down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Wilson forced out to his left. The ball comes out, and the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus tier. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. David Moore, 49 yards. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
To kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will start at the 25 as Barner will not return it.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A gain of 3, second down.
49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Brady now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Wide open receiver complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A Buccaneer first down.
Here's Brady. Flush to his right. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Third down.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he had.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
DJ Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing after the interception. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The 49.
Play action. It's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 17 more on that one and another first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. That throw by Brady incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's third down.
Down and the 11.
To throw is Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Tampa Bay.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control. But still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it and do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This is DJ Reed returning. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Hey, Siri, you're more edge, bro. I knew what he'd do.
It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
He was cooking me first, but why his whole team in the backfield? He blitzed his whole team, except for the corner.
Put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think
No, you're not
they
asked
can
though.
follow this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.